Welcome back, everybody. It's Jeff again with J&K Stay in Vegas with another episode of Walk with Jeff. Today, I thought I would show you around Town Square, Las Vegas. It's our outdoor shopping, dining, and entertainment location. We are just 2 miles south of Mandalay Bay, so it is in walking distance, or the Deuce Bus does come down here. But I'm going to show you around. There's a ton of restaurants down here. You might have seen on the thumbnail that the Tiger Woods establishment, PopStroke, it's kind of like your upscale mini golf, is here as well. I'm going to show you where that is. And again, a whole bunch of stuff here, comedy, everything you could probably want, and then some. So without further ado, let's get let's see, we got our 30-minute right there. Let's hit it, and hopefully you can see that. Planes come right above you, so if you're an aviation nerd like me, you get to see some planes land when they're landing on that particular runway. Now, I don't know how much we'll be able to cover in our 30-minute walk, but I will try the best as I can to hit everything. But I wanted to show you where that PopStroke was because a lot of people have asked about it in messages and comments and said, hey, I heard you guys talk about it in a news segment a couple years ago. Where is that exactly? And even if you've been down here, it might be a little difficult to find. So we're going to cross the street here first. I'm going to show you where some of these restaurants are before we skip over them. Make sure we don't get hit here. So here's some of the stores and everything on this directional signage. As you can see, Guitar Center. We got the Container Store here, if you don't know what that is. So we're just going to go down here real quick so I can show you. Like I said, a couple of the bigger restaurants here. So squeeze through some cars here. Saks Off Fifth is over here. Even though this isn't an outlet center per se, they do have a couple of those stores here. And you know Jeff does real estate, and Blue Heron here is not a restaurant. It is a custom home builder. And wow, are those some expensive homes, but they have their offices right here. So it's not a restaurant or anything like that, but wanted to mention it nonetheless. Across the street here. So first off here, this is Fleming's. Great steakhouse. Here comes another plane. Fleming's is a really good steakhouse. Highly recommend. They have great happy hour specials, actually, if you don't want to spend a lot of money. Check that out. There's a few locations around town. Down there, Lazy Dog Cafe, another great place. You can bring your dog and sit outside. Across the way is Bonefish Grill. And then Texas de Brazil is down there. So those are kind of the outlier restaurants, at least on this side. So let me take you back through the heart of Town Square. There's also a big driving range over there if you're a golfer. And as mentioned before, it is only technically 2.2 miles from Mandalay Bay. So it's definitely walkable, but if you're coming down here to shop, probably don't want to lug a whole bunch of bags with you back. So you may want to Uber, or again, the Deuce Bus comes all the way down here, and we'll go all the way to Fremont Street. So we're back here at the Container Store just to give yourself a point of reference. Cool stuff for all of you that like to keep organized. Got some boxes a long time ago for our move, when we did a move a few years ago. And for all my CDs. So they got definitely something for everyone. Now across the way down there, I will hopefully get to show you. Broken Yoke is down there. There's a whole bunch of additional stores and restaurants that are down there. Or like that Verizon is. But we're going to keep going again through the heart of this. Got a guy rapping randomly. You can, let me hold on a second. So as you come in here, right first and foremost is California Pizza Kitchen. Not really authentic true pizza, but you know, it might get the job done. It's pretty good food if you haven't had it before. So here is, they have directional signage all around here, which is great because this is going to get really confusing. Probably can't see, I'm showing you off to the side so I don't get a reflection. But they do have AMC theaters here, Whole Foods, Old Navy, H&M. They even have a country bar here called Stoney's and some other things. So I will show you where all that is in just a moment. This place is relatively new, night and day games. They have a lot of board games there. There's a really cool one off Sahara on the west side of town as well. Bath and Body Works is over here. Not much more than that. But that's where we're looking at Mandalay Bay down there. There are some empty storefronts here, and don't get that confused with thinking that this is a dead mall, because it's not. And as you saw, maybe saw on that map, there are a lot of twists and turns in here. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do like a where's my coffee and stick to the right, because it'd be way too impossible in this area. So I'm going to show you kind of some of the highlights. So that's where we just were. Going over here. Brio Tuscan Grill is over here. And it's kind of one of those shopping centers that's like downtown Summerlin, if you remember those videos that we did. This is especially nice at this time of year. We're currently recording in November. They're already starting to put some Christmas decorations up. Now we've just come basically around from where California Pizza Kitchen is. And I'll tell you, might have saw that when we're coming in. But PF Chains is right here on the corner. I've been to this PF Chains a couple of times with clients. I don't think it's as good as the other locations, but maybe I just had a couple of bad experiences. It's not bad, but you know, not as great. Tamba Contemporary Indian Food. And if you've ever stayed in Vegas and seen some of our commercials, you'll probably have heard one of the many injury attorneys that do commercials, this Dimopoulos, or however you say his name, his offices, I think one of them, I think he has a couple or three. Look at all the chandeliers and everything. Yeah, that guy charges some bucks. Apple Store right there. But like downtown Summerlin, you can drive through here, park in here. There are parking garages as well. Just keep in mind, especially at nighttime and on the weekend, it gets extremely busy. Kind of like downtown Summerlin. Two Hands Fresh Corn Dogs. See, that's even new to me. So I'm exploring with you. Funnel cakes and Ole churros. Mmm, churros. Now, over here, Barnes & Noble, right down from the Apple store, on this huge corner here. Not too many of these left anymore, but me being a vinyl and kind of CD, Christina and I are always looking out, and sometimes Barnes & Noble actually has their own exclusive vinyl, kind of like you've seen maybe Target have that as well. So we're going to cross over here in a second, and you're going to see, bro. So this here is like a little inside park area. It's all covered. This is kind of like the little plaza of Town Square. Play area over here. And look at this. November, and their Christmas tree is already up. Look at that. I want to tell you about a couple places over here. Sicky's Garage Burgers and Brews. That's relatively on the new side. I have not tried it, so I can't give you an honest review of it, but they do have some good happy hours. And Tommy Bahama Marlin Bar over here. But this place, oh, cotton candy too. This place is just a really nice area just to stroll around, especially when the weather's nice. When it's the middle of summer, probably wouldn't suggest it. Because even today, it's only in the low 70s, and it's kind of warm. When our sun hits you, it's pretty warm. So I think I'll do is I'm going to head to the right here in a second. There's some restaurants up here as well. A couple other ones hidden up here. There used to be this really cool UK like fish and chips place that was on the second floor up there. I'm not sure if it's still there. It was on the back side over there. If I have time, I will try to look at that. I'll just show you a little bit down here. There's not much down here. So I can give you kind of an idea. Guest house here. I am unfamiliar with this place. Looks like it is a restaurant. So if you've been here, let me know in the comments below what kind of food it is. Maybe Christina and I will have to go try it out. And for that matter, if you liked it. So some of these outer businesses that are on the outside are not as close to the inside part of the plaza area. Some of them will be empty. But there's also still a lot of places to see. See, as you can see, more like we've just gone on a big U. So you're like, wait a minute, where am I again? And there's some more restaurants and businesses down here. Just to give you a lay of the land. You can see W and Mandalay Bay all the way down there. But there's just some stores there. If I went to every single one of them, I think we'd run out of time on our walk today. But yeah, just some independent ones. There's no like restaurants there. And before we head back to our left, I'm going to show you down here real quick. And then we'll actually make it to the back portion where there's a whole bunch of other entertainment options. Little boutique shop here. Well, there it is. Guest house, social dining, and wine garden. Must be relatively new because I haven't even heard about it. And this is really new. Element by Weston is right here at Town Square. So if you want to be close to the strip, but not being on the strip, Weston is a good brand. And yeah, you've got dining, entertainment right outside your hotel room. And that might be a really cool option. Then you can just take an Uber or the Deuce Bus to the middle of the strip, do that thing, do that tourist thing, and then be done with it. Vietnamese kitchen bar right there. Makers and Finders is a really great coffee place. A lot of people talk about it. I'm not, Christina's a big coffee person. You would think with me doing Where's My Coffee, Where's My Room, I would be. I like coffee every now and then. We have an escape room here, Escapeology. Hopefully the glare isn't too much. I do have my wide angle lens on. Yard House right here. This is one of the entrances to Yard House. Remember we were telling you about the Yard House in the Link Promenade? That does not offer their happy hour specials, but this one does. Level 2 AMC Milano and Wise Guys. Let's go up there, just get a view. There are elevators here too for folks that have some disabilities. There's the AMC theaters, and there's also an entrance, I believe, on the other side, but I haven't been to this one, so don't quote me on that. So it looks like my British place is not here anymore. I think it was right here. Down-to-earth plant-based cuisine. So if you like some of the plant-based options, that's here. And then Double Helix Wine and Whiskey Lounge. Noi Pits Bar and Grill. And then the Wise Guys Comedy Club is right there. The entrance is just down there. So as you can see, just even looking right there at how many options of different food types you have. Everything from chain restaurants like California Pizza Kitchen, PF Chains, to some local places. I tell you right now, the food from wherever it's coming smells amazing. That's just where we came from. It's Sugar is over here. This has been here for a while. This is not Velocity, Esports, Arcade, and Bowling. Never knew about that. So we're gonna head back. That's where like that Plaza is. We'll get over there. Actually, you know what? Before, yeah, we'll go this way first. There's some escalators here. Take those stairs. I believe there's an elevator right around the corner here too. So you can get up to that Wise Guys Comedy Club. Then down here, another coffee place. The Coffee Bean. Yep, there's an elevator right there. So again, if you do have disabilities, you can just take the elevator and get upstairs. So I wish I could take you on my keep to the right so I could really keep you centered, but that's why I'm kind of backtracking a little bit so you can get an idea. So there's that guest house where we just walked by. And here's the big plaza, the brand new Christmas tree in November. There's an Alaska Airlines coming in. Rachel's Kitchen, a Korean cuisine and grilling over here. Gunche.
Two more? We're not coming back here.
But yeah, in good weather, nice sunny day like this is in the low 70s, a great place just to walk, even if you're not doing shopping. It's kind of explore, people watch, all that stuff. And there's the other side of that Sicky's Garage Burgers. Now we'll get down there in just a second. Express. I'm not sure if this one has men's clothing, but they're primarily women's clothing. I found some nice shirts and stuff at Express for men. Abercrombie and Fitch down here. I'll just show you the backside over here. There's another plane. If you're like to watch planes like me, it's a great place. So you have a big Sephora over here. This Rega's place. That's all the birdies. And that's where the Plaza is, just right down there. So we just basically came right around the square. And we'll head down here. And I consider myself a pretty good map reader. I do directions pretty well, but the directional maps here, where everything is, it's kind of turned in a funny way that makes it a little confusing, especially with all these little teeny roads. Hot topic of where you're supposed to go. Even me, I was like, wait a minute, isn't that over there? Oh no, they just had the map turned on the side. So yeah, keep that in mind. Pottery shop. And as promised, as you saw down here, Tiger Woods co-owned. I think he just has a marginal stake in it, but this is PopStroke. Eat, putt, and drink. And I can't believe we haven't been here yet, but we haven't. We got a lot of music playing right now, so I don't want to get too close. But what I've heard is the kind of the drawback to this place is that when it gets really busy, you're just standing, waiting for people to finish. And right now it's not very busy, but you can see that if you're in the middle of the daytime in the summer, this would be unbearable if you're standing around waiting. Not a very good experience. There's another plane. Show you a couple notable places and then we'll turn around and go on the other way. Because if I don't show you this, then I won't be able to show you that and vice versa. If you are coming here in the summer, they do have two different parking garages. This is one of them on this side, the south garage. So that's at least good to have. Get your car out of the sun if you are driving here. Over there used to be our Fry's. Who remembers the Fry's electronics store? This one had a big old alien ship on the outside. This has been abandoned for at least 6 to 8 years. Maybe even close to 10. You know how fast time goes, but yeah, Fry's Electronics and no more. And that building today still stands. I have a feeling that's going to get knocked down and something else is going to replace it. Might have heard about this place, Fletcher. This is Mark Wahlberg's restaurant. They had a little bit of a fire about a year ago, like on the roof or something. Not sure what that was all about. Got a TJ Maxx right here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the wide angle lens like we've been doing on some of our last videos. Somebody's got a let out right here. And here's Whole Foods. Another Korean barbecue is over here and a sushi place. I'll show you that in a second. Looks like they have happy hours from 9 p.m. to 11. Kebab and curry, Persia to India, it says. Now, some of these places over here are newer to even when I was here. A Thai food place, salad place, and we all need a mattress place, right? Down there is where we kind of started the video. But yeah, the Broken Yoke is over there, Cafe Rio. But we're gonna head back the other way. So I can show you what's at the back side of Town Square while we still have a couple of minutes. It's very walkable, but you can get a little bit turned around in here. We'll rock around here so we don't get hit. So if loud planes bother you, they don't bother me. But they're coming in about every minute and a half. But this is only one of the ways that they land here in Las Vegas. There's the other runway where they come in from. If you've ever come in from the East Coast, you probably came right over Lake Las Vegas and Lake Mead, all that, and came in from the east side of the airport. But this is just one way, so if that kind of bothers you, don't worry. It usually depends upon the wind direction and also many other factors like that of which way they go. They sure had the music pretty loud out here. Christine and I love music. But when you think golf, you think of a little quieter than that, and probably the people that are going to be coming down here, probably the music selection, probably they want to vary it up a little bit. So I don't know if it's really targeting the age demographic. I don't know how well they're doing, to be honest. I haven't actually heard much about them. As far as right after they open, that is. But yeah, PopStroke is down here. Again, a couple things to note. As I said before, if it gets really busy, you end up waiting behind a whole bunch of people. But it's like, the updated mini golf, if you will. They have food here. They have alcohol here. Whole bunch of things. So, might be worth checking out. Prices are what you'd probably expect. A little bit on the pricier side for something that's supposedly just casual. A lot of TVs for watching games and all that. So that is all there. And then as you come over here, you can see the AMC theater over there where we were on that second level. And I am going to just go to the end of here, even though, look at that. I don't know if you can see it with the glare, but our timer is done. That's already 30 minutes. Who would have thought, huh? But a little bonus footage. We'll show you just two more kind of places that are down here and points of reference. This over here, a little hard to see as we're kind of on the side of it here, but this is Stoney's Rockin' Country. This place is usually pretty darn busy. If you like planes, let me know in the comments below. There are some people that I've had clients that are like, I tune it out. I've had clients say, oh no, I've lived next to airports before and I can already tell I don't like this over here. Oh, okay. So yeah, here is, down here, right past the AMC, is going to be a guitar center for all you musicians out there. If you're maybe playing in town and all of a sudden you break a guitar string or something, we got you covered down here at Guitar Center. It's just right around the corner. And since we're already over our 30 minutes, just trust me, it's right around the corner, right underneath that AMC. And just if we went around there, would be those same restaurants I showed you initially, like Bonefish Grill and those other places. But I want to show you where this comes back to.
What is that?
And so then if you up here, the Old Navy store is right here. And then you have Yogurtland. Love Yogurtland. And here is that Kabuki Japanese restaurant. So a lot of different options to choose from. Right over there is the Plaza, or Sicky's Garage. We just walked around, and down there is where the Yard House is and all those other places. So I think that kind of gives you a good idea of where we've been. So hopefully you've enjoyed this episode of Walk with Jeff. If you did, please give me a big old thumbs up and subscribe to J&K Stay in Vegas, your Las Vegas locals. Take it one step further, turn on all those bell notifications. That way you can be alerted to all of our videos, including our live streams, which we do on Saturday nights. All right, everybody, until the next one, stay safe and stay silly. Bye-bye, everybody.